hurricanes cause more than enough anxiety for adults. They deal with evacuating, often with kids. Then they return home, recovery, rebuilding, trying to get things back in order for their life. But hurricanes can really take a toll on children.
So joining us now via Skype is Dr. Gene Beresin. He's the executive director of the Clay Center for Young Healthy Minds at Massachusetts General Hospital. Thanks for joining us, Doc. First of all, you say children need answers to 3 fundamental questions. So what are those questions?
Well, children of all ages need to know, am I safe? Are you, the people taking care of me, going to be safe? And how is this going to affect my daily life? And when we ask those questions, we have to remember that the answers may vary from preschoolers to school-age kids to teenagers and even young adults.
So, Doc, take us through from preschooler up to high schooler on how they deal with different things. I mean, what to look for in children of these ages.
Sure. Well, preschoolers, first of all, if we're going to be looking at symptoms of anxiety in younger children, the preschoolers may be a bit more clingy. They'll be irritable. They may have trouble sleeping, eating, concentrating. And the same thing may be true for school-age and adolescent kids. You may notice a difference in their behavior at home or in school. They'll be worried more. They'll be worried more about the hurricanes. They may be worried about other bad things happening. And they tend to be worried about the safety of themselves and also of those around them. Sometimes for adolescents, it generalizes, so they get to be worried about other things like, other things they hear in the news, other attacks, earthquakes. So it goes beyond the hurricanes, but a general sense of worry and vigilance we see in all of these in all these kids.
What is the best way to help alleviate this anxiety?
Yeah, that's a great question. Well, first of all, I think we have to reassure our kids that they're going to be safe, and that we as parents and families and communities are all working together to ensure safety. But other thing is to let them ask questions, because as parents, we can't assume that we know what they're worried about, and be prepared to answer the questions over and over again, because they may well do that. If you as a parent are anxious, monitor your own feelings. Anxiety is contagious, and the kids are going to be aware of that, and you can't lie about that. You could say, yeah, I'm scared too, but we're going to get through this together, and we're all going to be fine. And it may change things a little bit, but we'll work on it. So reassurance is really important.
Doc, let me ask you something. Can this be a teaching method? I mean, can you really bring children along? As to bring them into the disaster, make them part of the equation.
A teaching moment.
Yeah, teaching moment for these children.
Absolutely. So in other words, absolutely. So for example, for them to say, here's what we can do together. We can, we want to keep routines as regular as possible. So what can we do to get through this? We can play games. What can you do? What can you do to help your brothers and sisters? Are really important. Other things that I think that parents should not forget is that and the kids are watching, is they have to be careful to monitor their own behavior. It's kind of like when the flight attendant says, if the pressure drops, put the life mask on yourself first, and then help the child next to you. Parents need to take care of themselves first, but they do that by, using partners, spouses, friends, community, but also their kids. I mean, we can help each other. We can work together. And I think being together and feeling connected is really, really important.
Dr. Gene Beresin, thanks so much for joining us. Great advice. And Jim, I think even kids who weren't part of the disaster are watching it on TV and sort of feel that anxiety too. Very empathetic.
And they want to help others too that are in need as well.